Hey, you guys. I just want to make this a quick video. I was having this conversation with God the other day, and I had to write it down so I don't forget. But basically, he asked me. He said, "What do you think I'm giving you next?" Right? And I said, "What you promised." And he said, "And so much more, and so much more." And he said, "Your cup will overflow." He was sharing with me that that wasn't just for me. That was for a lot of you guys too. And he was putting on my heart to make this message. Some people, God has been asking you, what do you want? What kind of house do you want? What kind of car do you want? He wants you to look at office space. Where do you want your business? How big do you want the building to be? What do you want it to have in it? The parking space, to every little intricate detail. He's asking you, what do you want? Some of y'all, he's putting on your heart to write down what you want out of faith, to write down every single detail, right? What kind of house? Granite countertops, double sinks, hardwood floors, right? What kind of car? What kind of vehicle? The make, the model, the color. He's asking you for intricate details. And he's also asking you to walk by faith. All right. Now, I mentioned this before in another video that I do not like window shopping. I am not a window shopper. Window shopping is a tease for me. Don't tease me. When I go in a store, I go in there knowing what I want and I have the money I need to purchase it. All right. Or sometimes I've already bought it online and I'm just picking it up. But I do not believe, I don't window shop. I don't like it. It's not fun. And so I'm in and out. And so for some of y'all, y'all may be like me. Like, don't tease me. Don't get my hopes up. I don't want to talk about this if I can't have it. But God is telling you to get your hopes up. Some of y'all are going into a major transition. Some of y'all may be in a home that you're going to be in, but you don't have it's a business idea he gave you. You're building your business and he's been talking to you about a location and he's been asking you what do you want, and he's been asking you to look at different properties. You may start online, then he may tell you to go in person, but some of y'all haven't even started because you are looking at what is in your hands. You're looking at what you feel as you may feel like you don't qualify. I don't have enough money for this building. Why would I look here? I don't qualify for this. Why would I try? Why would I get my hopes up? And a lot of us have lost a lot. Last year, we lost a lot over the past couple of years. Some people have experienced great losses. So it may have caused you to carry a little fear of even trying because you don't even want to be denied, right? You don't want to be told no again. You don't want to, you need a win right now. So many people need a win right now. And God is telling you that you will win. If he is leading you to look into these buildings, if he is leading you to look at this house, to look into this home, to actually not only look online, right? Make your list of what you want, find it, and then actually have the audacity to go and walk around and look at it in person. And put the application in, do what he leads you to do each step of the way. God said, get your hopes up and take the limits off of him. Why he's asking you to do this, he did on one of those big steps of faith moves that he had me do, right? I don't qualify for it, nor do I have the resources for it right now. So for me, it's like window shopping. And I'm like, I have too much going on in the window shop, but God instructed me to do this, right? And as I'm looking, God was just talking to me and he said, is that what you want? He said, what do you want? Okay, you finally took the step to look. Now I say, Daddy, what's next? I looked. Now what's next? Because I still don't have the resources. I still don't qualify. He said, pick what you want. That's what's next. Pick what you want. Which one do you want? And so that took me, I'm like, huh? And so we had a whole conversation about it. And he led me to share it with you guys. Do not settle, okay? Do not settle based upon what resources you have, based upon what you think you'll get approved for. This is not the time to settle. Some of y'all, God is saying, pick what you want. And he does not expect you to settle. Some of y'all lost a lot last year. He does not, I was hearing recompense. Recompense. He is not expecting you to settle for less than what you lost. He is not expecting you to settle for less than what you lost. So if he's saying pick what you want, stop worrying about the qualifications. Stop worrying about what's currently in your account. Stop worrying about what you can do, because this is not about what you can do. This is all about what he can do. This is about his glory. He wants you to go look at places that only he will be able to get for you because of the favor that he's going to give you with the situation. You may not have the resources yet, but he wants you to walk by faith and trust him to supply what you need when you need it. All right? Get your hopes up. It may look like everything around you is crashing down, but get your hopes up. Follow the instructions he gave you as an act of faith and trust him. And do not settle. Do not settle based upon what you have. God is asking some of y'all, what do you want? And he wants you to look into that thing, and he wants you to pursue it, and he wants you to talk to him about it and ask him what's next. Y'all, he's giving us some of it bit by bit, and you just gotta do the first thing he told you to do and trust him to lead you to the next thing. All right? He is transitioning so many of us. Some of us are going into our own homes. Some of us are going to bigger spaces for what he's about to give us, because some of us need more space. You know, some of us are about to be building our kingdom marriages, our kingdom families, right? We need more space, right? And even if you have your home that you know you're going to be in, you need space for your business. So God is saying, get your hopes up, do not settle. And then lastly, something else he mentioned, get what you want. What do you want? Tell him what you want. Make sure it's what you want and not what. Don't make sure it's not something for competition. Make sure you don't get, okay, let me give you an example. Say you're looking for a home and what you really want is maybe a 4-bedroom, or, you know, you want this, you want that, the granite countertops, this, that, and the third. But you see something that's like a 6-bedroom, or you have all this massive space, and you don't even necessarily desire that or need that. That's not something you wanted, but you feel like if you had it, you know, it'll kind of be like, oh, look at me, I made it. Or, you know what I mean? It'll be something like to kind of throw at your enemies, so to speak, for some people, because he brought that up. He said, tell them not to settle, tell them to get what they want, and tell them not to try to get something out of comparison to keep up with somebody else or to make somebody else envious, right? So that was an important factor that he did tell me to add. But he said, get your hopes up, tell him what you want. Think about it. If you have not thought about it, if you have not wrote it down, write it down. Follow the directions he's giving you. A lot of y'all, he is trying to transition you into something new that he has for you, into something he has promised you. He is trying to transition you, but you do have to, you got to work with him. He can have the door wide open, but if you don't take the steps to walk through it, how can you ever get in there, right? So this is just confirmation for some people. Do whatever God's telling you to do. Don't worry about if you qualify. God said, don't worry about that. This is a God thing. God said, this is a me thing. This is not a you thing. He said, this is going to be done by me. I will get the glory from this. This is not something you can do on your own. This is something I am doing for you. He's not asking you what you qualify for. He's not asking you what you can afford, right? This is a God thing. This is about his glory. Oh, and I also have to add this, you guys. Like I said, this will be confirmation for whoever it is for. We are in different seasons, you know what I mean? If this is not for you, if God has not been having these conversations with you, if God has not been putting this on your heart, do not make this for you. If it's not, the people this is for, God will give you provision. You're not going to struggle with these buildings. You're not going to struggle with these homes. You're going to have provision. You're going to be covered. You're not going to struggle. You're not going to have to worry about losing none of it for the people this is for. But if you take a word that's not for you and you move on it, then there will be struggle. So the people this is for, this will be confirmation for you. You will know it. It will hit you in your spirit. And like I said, you and God have already been talking about this. He's already been leading you to make the list. He's already been leading you to make the moves, to start looking, you know, put some action behind this, you know, make some steps behind this. He's already been leading you to do this, but you probably just been struggling because you like, how? Stop worrying about how, because you already know who, okay? So I just want to encourage you guys that get your hopes up. All right.